So we'll let the people filter in. It's been a very, full morning. That means that we have a very important conference, and that's something I've learned that I'll share with you about life. So we need to get started. So just if everyone who's here will take a seat, and the first thing we'll do is I want Ambassador Sanan to go over a little bit of the rules of the conference, which will be very important to follow because everyone in this room is a president. Everyone in this room is an MVP. So since you're all important, it's going to be important that we accord with each other, respect each other, and give honor to each other's rights to speak. So, Ambassador Sanan, if you will.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this amazing International Day of Living Together in Peace, hosting by the Council for Justice, Equality, and Peace in collaboration with the Time for Two Foundation, with also for Paul. We are honored to have outstanding guest speaker and VIP like you. I am the main coordinator of this event in collaboration with my dear friend Dr. Ben Fialkov and President Ali and President Dr. Hong Taizi. So I'm going to be the co-host of this program, co-moderator. So you all are VIP, and we have some tremendous guest speaker. However, we all have about 5 minutes to speak. And then if you go over, you're gonna hear me do this. So whenever you hear that, you gotta stop your speech right away, otherwise I'm going to stop you because everyone who's scheduled to speak have to speak, and we have a schedule to follow. So that's it. So thank you very much. We're going to have an amazing conference followed by a gala reception on our reception. So welcome again to the International Day of Living Together. My dear friend, Dr. Ben, please put your hands together to start the ceremony.
Excellencies, delegates, and honored guests. Buenos días. Shalom.
Bonjour.
Salam. What's up? Ohio. Bonjour. Johto. Good morning. Today we unite on sacred ground, chosen by mankind, June 26, 1945, to develop friendly relations among states. We enter into interglobal dialogue to honor a universal longing that transcends all individuals, every border, every belief, every background. Peace. The United Nations officially established May 16th as the International Day of Living Together in Peace to promote tolerance, solidarity, and harmony amongst all people, all nations. And yet, we gather today, we must confront a difficult truth. Peace and our world are in grave consequences, in peril. While our technology has leapt forward, our humanity often struggles to keep pace. Artificial intelligence advances are happening with breaking speed, amazing speed. But loneliness, hatred, and division spread with quantum speed. Let me share a few sobering facts. 275 million people worldwide use drugs. The UNDAC World Report states that 39.5 million suffer from substance abuse disorder. The Pew Research Center published that 75% of the world's population live under regimes that severely restrict religious freedom. Social disconnection, as published by the U.S. Surgeon General, increases the risk of early death as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This is Dr. Vivek Murthy. In America alone, 76 million people are on psychotropic drugs, and 52 million people are taking marijuana daily. 125 million children are out of school. Why? Because of conflict. Twice the number of just a decade ago, according to UNESCO. Gender-based violence and human trafficking disproportionately affect girls from vulnerable communities, compounding the trauma. And yet, peace is still possible. As Dr. Martin Luther King said, true peace is not merely the absence of tension. It is the presence of justice. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. Pope John Paul II reminded us, peace is not just the absence of war. It involves mutual respect, understanding, and love. The Hebrew word shalom expresses that experiencing true peace is tied to living a righteous life, not a criminal life. And from the UN Charter itself, of the wisdom of the United Nations, we are charged to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war. I guess they want to be here. If you leave me the phone, and I will shut it off. There we go. I'll let you handle that. Thank you. From the scourge of war. See, the emotions went up. We must be doing something already. That's the U.S. Surgeon General statement, by the way. It wasn't me. It's happening already. And to live together in peace and one another as good neighbors. Peace is more than a goal, rather a foundation actively built by our mutual actions. We do not convene today merely to exchange words. We're here to unite and implement. We have a short window of time, a fleeting opportunity for our modern civilization to decide, will we use our extraordinary knowledge to uplift mankind, like my friend here always does, or to subjugate it beneath a dehumanizing system of control? Recent scientific breakthroughs in 2023 in Princeton University, United States, the physicists found something called entanglement. And this principle of entanglement, quantum entanglement, suggests that all life appears to be deeply interconnected, even although vast differences and vast distances apart. It's not only a scientific discovery, it's a metaphor for humanity. When we hurt one, we hurt all. When we uplift one, we uplift all. That's why in 2025, the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology was declared by the United Nations. Let's give them a round of applause. They weren't just celebrating physics. They were acknowledging a call to consciousness. So today, in this chamber, with these voices, let us declare, we will not allow humanity to be reduced to numbers, to statistics. We will not let peace be postponed until it is too late. Let's act. Let's choose to collaborate. Let's choose to restore what truly makes us human. We at this conference have come from all areas of the world. It hasn't been easy. But we're here to produce results, not rhetoric, not photos on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We're here to defend the universal right to spiritual and religious freedom, as my good friend Dr. Hong has done for so many years. Let's give him a round of applause. We're here to reform educational systems by addressing language barriers, misunderstood concepts and words, and using culturally aware, gradient-based education, as Dr. Hislop is doing in New York City with the New York City Board of Education. Let's give them a round of applause. We're up here to uplift all women, because without women, we wouldn't be here. And God knows I feared my mother. And we're here to apply the power of quantum science that we spoke about. And we're here to restore common sense values that have defined every great civilization, Rome, Greece. Truth, integrity, as my friend, President Ali Gedikoglu of COJEP International. Let's give him a round of applause for his work on justice. If we lose these things, we have no earth. We seek to promote the universal 21st century common sense code of character that transcends borders, aligns all cultures, and empowers individuals to build safer, more ethical, harmonious communities. The United Nations SDG goal of sustainable communities and cities, to foster real global partnerships amongst governments, NGOs, all of us, all within the United Nations SDGs. Throughout today's forum, you will hear from international speakers. All of you are leaders. You've all piloted national-scale programs to reform classrooms and rebuilt broken communities and children. We're not here with theories. We're working models. In closing, let us remember, this is not just a gathering of officials. It is a convergence of consciousness. It's an alignment of integrity. Let this be not an echo of another conference in room 5, 8, 16, next week, last month, that we've forgotten. But the spark of something new, as my friend likes to say, a torch of truth, wherever he is in the audience. He flew from the Philippines. Peace through active application of our knowledge. Peace through respect for the human spirit. Peace through connection, compassion, collaboration, and universal code of conduct. I would now like to introduce our first speaker, President Ali Gedikoglu, President of COJEP International, who along with the benevolence and the power of the Turkish mission, of the Turkish government, and the President have made this possible. Let's give him a tremendous round of applause.
Dear participants, valued guests, First of all, I would like to thank to Dr. Bernard Velkov at the Permanent Embassy of the Republic of Turkey to the UN for giving me the honor of participating in this meaningful conference. Today, as a president of COJEP International and a Muslim representative, I represent not only a belief, but also an understanding based on the common conscience of humanity. In today's world, we are faced with many global problems such as hunger, injustice, loneliness, environmental destruction, and technological alienation. These problems can be solved not only with technical solutions, but also with a moral reawakening. At this point, Islam offers not only an individual belief system, but also a civilization perspective that appeals to all of humanity. The Holy Quran says, "Whoever kills a person without cause, it is as he has killed all of humanity. Whoever saves a life, it's as if he has saved all of humanity." This verse clearly reveals the value Islam places on human life and its call for global responsibility. Islam defines man as the caliph of the earth. This representation requires acting responsibly towards nature, other people, and all living things. Values such as morality, compassion, justice, and wisdom are the fundamental pillars of Islam. Without these values, neither technology can elevate humanity, nor knowledge bring happiness, nor power create peace. The basic human needs discussed here today, namely family, food, health, education, spiritual balance, and social bonds, overlap with the five basic areas of protection known as in Islam: protection of life, mind, faith, property, and offspring. These principles are the guarantee of a sustainable society and a just world. In addition, Islam encourages thinking, research, and science. The prophets elevated access to knowledge to the level of worship by saying, even if knowledge is in China, go and get it. The facts that quantum science presents about the invisible connection between particles remind us of Islam's ancient belief in the invisible but deep spiritual bonds between humanity. Global peace is possible not only when the weapons are silenced, but also when hearts are purified. For this reason, Muslims see peace not only as a goal, but also as a way of life. Salam, meaning peace, is also the most valuable greeting we give to each other every day. As a result, a feature adorned with human dignity, justice, sharing, and wisdom is possible. Islam is ready to hold humanity's hand as we walk towards this future, as long as we learn to meet in our common values and listen to each other's truth. Thank you. Peace and peace be upon you.
Now, I want to introduce another good friend of mine who, every moment as he works for all of us, for humanity, for consciousness, for us as spiritual beings. Dr. Hong Tao-si, founder of FOPAL, of Taiji Men Qigong Academy, he's an internationally respected figure in peace building and conscious leadership. His global initiatives have inspired millions to pursue unity, love, consciousness, and spiritual integrity. Let's give him a round of applause.
President Ali, Dr. Fielko, Maria, and Sharon, distinguished guests. 各位贵宾,
Distinguished guests, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day. In 2017, the United Nations designated May 16th as the International Day of Living Together in Peace. Today, through action, we collectively promote peace, tolerance, inclusion, understanding, and unity. We encourage individuals and communities to seek reconciliation amid conflict and to build mutual trust. In times of disagreement, honest dialogue and the safeguarding of truth are shining beacons that sustain a culture of peace amid a rapid changing international landscape. In 2025, the doomsday clock was set to 89 seconds before midnight, the closest humanity has ever been to annihilation. At this critical moment, it is essential for everyone to uphold conscience and believe in truth in order to get through challenging times and move towards hope. In Hebrew, the word for truth conveys meanings such as firmness, constancy, and permanence. At a time when the world faces conflicts of interest among powerful forces and struggles within human nature, returning to truth and taking actions guided by conscience is the only path to helping the vulnerable and ensuring our continued existence. In April 2025, during the celebration of the 6th International Day of Conscience, at the UN quarters in Vienna, FOPAL called upon distinguished guests to jointly launch the global endorsement campaign for the Declaration of Transparency and Integrity. This initiative urges all sectors of society to make transparency and integrity the core of governance and cooperation, laying the foundation for global trust and peace. Today, individuals in 108 nations have endorsed the declaration. This achievement symbolizes humanity's longing for peace and the hope that world leaders will rise above national interests and ethnic biases, adopt a global perspective to address challenges, restore balance to the world order, remember the suffering caused by war and conflict, and actively work together to promote human well-being and the sustainable development of the planet. Transparency and integrity stem from conscience. Conscience is humanity's shared moral compass, guiding us to resolve conflicts with empathy and inclusiveness, and creating opportunities for trust and cooperation. As we celebrate the International Day of Living Together in Peace today, I sincerely call on everyone to calm their hearts and listen to the voice of their conscience, putting it into practice through conscientious decision-making and actions rooted in transparency and integrity. Only then can we effectively ease international disputes and humanitarian crises, build lasting peace, and secure a hopeful future for generations to come. Conscience is the starting point of all sustainable development and the ultimate foundation where peace and hope are realized. May every global citizen be guided by conscience and truth. Practice peace, perform good deeds, and move towards sustainable and peaceful world of shared prosperity. May everyone's conscience be awakened, distinguishing truth from falsehood. May transparency and integrity prevail in everything, promoting peace and the common good. Thank you.
So now we're going to introduce a man who's very lucky. He has his daughter here who came in to hear him, and she has to go very soon. But this is a very important man. He came all the way from the Philippines. He's a friend of Manny Pacquiao. His name is Dr. Jorge Perez de Tagle, a distinguished educator and business leader who serves as Vice President for the National Outreach of the Federation of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. His work bridges economic innovation, community healing, with a focus on family empowerment. Datu de Tagle, please.
Mabuhay. Good morning. Assalamualaikum. Buenos dias. Today is an auspicious and truly historic day. I'm honored to speak to you and our distinguished guests and to share a message to the people of our planet through this United Nations Global Time for Truth Conference here in New York City, this 16th day of May 2025. We live in difficult and challenging times. We are in a historic turning point in our evolution as a species that can threaten our existential survival or herald a global prosperity that we are starting to see. In the seriousness of our topic, I introduce myself with truth and lightness as Datu Jorge Perez de Tagle, a triple citizen. What does that mean? Educated from kinder to PhD as a Roman Catholic, I'm a Philippine citizen with Austronesian Southeast Asian roots. This connects to the 12th century Khmer Empire, which had the largest urban center of 1 million people and most modern pre-industrial city in the world. If you believe that destiny starts with identity, this recent historic revelation challenges our Eurocentric global foundations into a sea-centric Southeast Asian global viewpoint. Number 2, I'm an American citizen. And number 3, I recently was honored as a senior citizen. Rediscovering the truth of our identity is a starting point. My goal this morning is to engage and confront us with 3 thematic questions that can lead to insights, new ways of being, and action. What is true? What is real? 300 years ago, the world saw that it had absolute knowledge of what is true. Proponents, I quote, of fake news were actually burned at the stake. However, 90% of what they believed to be true has now been proven to be false. Today, I explore these 3 thematic questions, and then I will close with an advocacy. First, are we Prometheus unbound? Are we now in a species evolution that is as significant as our human origins from 200,000 years ago? Our Homo sapien brain is 4 to 5 times larger compared to that of a chimpanzee, and 50,000 years ago, this evolved into the dawn of human creativity and civilization. Today, we have an AI and human brain synergy which is evolving into limitless calculation speeds and memory capacity. As we reimagine education, human rights, social structures, and production systems, I quote a museum description of human origins that is relevant to frame our second evolutionary leap as a species. The real evolution was not as much as a technological one as was a change in the creative ability reflected in art and the conception of a magic, mythic, and religious universe. What does it look like for us? Second, with new leaps of quantum computing, artificial intelligence, robotics, and production, is universal prosperity achievable? What is the new lifestyle in secure and sustainable communities, reimagining economics, finance, and banking, understanding and resolving global wars, poverty, injustice, and substance abuse? And the third thematic is we have amazing discoveries of the Webb Space Telescope and the Nobel Prize in Physics just 2 years ago on quantum entangled states that are creating new technologies on communications, quantum computing, and possible teleportation, and many others. These are redefining our long-held assumptions on space and time, as well as validating faith-based assumptions that have long been held as true in many religious beliefs and spiritual practices. So how do we now understand our personal beingness that goes beyond space and time? What is our human purpose, faith, and understanding of religious tolerance? Universality, synergy, and community in being literally a drop in the ocean. What will art, creativity, and human spirituality be looking like? Lastly, and I end with this advocacy of optimism, we support and advocate the continuing global work of drug-free world, the way to happiness, common sense values as the foundations of truth. The future is guided and created by our personal truth and the future that we see and envision. I enjoin our working together with a united declaration of peace, grounded on a common sense way to happiness moral code. This is what anchors our second species evolution, the deepening spirituality and new technologies, new civilizational reality and truths. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now, I want to recognize our next speaker, and I want to take just an extra line that's not here, for my parents, Dr. Ruben, physician in Cuba, and Raquel, a pharmacist in Cuba, because we immigrated from Poland to Cuba, and now, luckily, the United States existed. And so, with that in mind, I want to introduce our next speaker, Rabbi Yitzhak Yehoshua, chairman of the Bulgarian Rabbinical Council of America and Canada. Rabbi Yeshua is a renowned scholar and moral authority with over 2 decades of leadership. He brings this enduring wisdom of faith, traditions, to the forefront for global cooperation. Let's give him a round of applause.
It's working? I would like to thank the chairman for the invitation and all of you that we are together to discuss about peace. Concept of peace and unity is very common, but we have to know, I believe that it's not a concept, it's a process, a very long and painful process. And it's not a coincidence, I believe, that we live in the United Nations that 8 years ago was established to create peace, and we put so many people from so many places in the world and try to make them in peace, and it's a miracle by itself, but it goes about the direction. But the question is practicality. How should I enhance peace? And I would like to start with a short story. In our belief in Judaism, there is a messenger of goodwill. The name of the angel is Eliyahu, Elijah the prophet. And we pray to see him and get blessing from him. It says that one student came to the rabbi and said, "Rabbi, I want to see Elijah." So the rabbi said, "You have to fast, you have to cleanse yourself, and after 40 days come to me." It was before the big Passover holiday. It'll take a lot of food and money and help. Go to a very poor family and be with them, and you're going to see Elijah over there. He went over there, he spent the holiday. He said, "Rabbi, I didn't see Elijah." He said, "Go and make another 40 days of cleansing." And he went over there the second time. Before he comes in, he see the mother asking the father, "What about the holiday is coming? We need something to survive." So one of the children told to her, "Maybe Elijah that came on Passover will come to us too." And he understood that he became Elijah. Elijah is not a matter of a person, it's a concept. And why I'm telling this small example is that in order to start the concept of the process of peace, we have to start, I believe, to change small thing in our daily habits. I say to all my students, start the morning with one good action. We don't know how it works, but good action and positive energy contagious. If you're going to wait to the big nations with all this diplomacy and politics to make a change, it'll be very challenging. So I believe that in order to make a small token, but a small step, but a big step for unity is that to tell to ourselves, let's start our day with one good deed. It can be a spouse, it can be a friend, it can be a neighbor, and slowly, slowly. It's a very long and painful process. Today, in the 16th day of today, we celebrate in Israel the memorial of very, very big sages that today is about 1800 years ago. He lived after the destruction of the temple, and the people ask him, they say, "What will happen to us?" He say, "Hope start small, and it's going to be a chain reaction, bigger and bigger and bigger." I am very thankful to God that I was invited to this wonderful event with such a beautiful spirituality and energy. May God bless all of us. May God bless you, Doctor, your late parents, and all of us who came, and let's work together to make our world a better and a safer one. Thank you.
Now, it's my pleasure, and I have this to read here, but to introduce someone who's a great friend of mine. The pause is for emotion, not by the speech. He's president of a beautiful group that has this crazy dream of bringing happiness to the world. He's a little bit, visionary. He's President Ludwig Alpers of the Way to Happiness International. A common sense that anyone in any religion, nation, creed, Dr. Hong would look at it and say, yeah, of course. It's common sense. And he's president of this foundation, and he promotes ethical values. And as the rabbi said, collaboration, unity. And as my good friend from Turkey, justice, integrity. So, Mr. Alpers, the floor is yours. Let's give him a round of applause.
Esteemed delegates, global leaders, and citizens of the world, good morning. I'm before you today with a message that transcends politics, religion, and geography. It is a reminder not of something new, but of something timeless. We have not lost our values. We have simply forgotten to apply them. The golden rule, the idea we should treat others as we ourselves wish to be treated, is not a recent invention. It is one of the oldest tenets of civilization, echoed across cultures, faiths, and philosophies, and yet it remains the key to our future. It is not just about peace. This is about the infrastructure of human survival. We live in a world of accelerated progress, yet rising instability. Breakthroughs in AI, climate adaptation, and global connectivity, yet deepening divides in trust, civility, and consciousness. The question we must ask is simple. How do we move forward without losing what makes us mankind? Since its founding, the United Nations has stood for diplomacy, peace, and the protection of human rights. But even this global charter has never meant to serve as a manual for daily human conduct. We have institutions to govern conflict, but not enough tools to prevent it at the individual level. We legislate policy, but we rarely codify personal behavior. And yet it is not governments that raise children. It's not institutions that build integrity. It is not laws that teach compassion. Those things begin with people, one by one. The way to happiness is not a religion. It's not a political campaign, and it's not an ideology. It's a set of 21 universally embraced principles based on common sense, not dogma. Precepts like take care of yourself, be worthy of trust, set a good example, respect the religious beliefs of others, try to treat others the way you want to be treated. These are not slogans. They are survival protocols, and they work across nations, cultures, and generations. Translated into 126 languages, distributed in over 190 countries, with over 100 million copies in print. Applied in schools, prisons, military units, and corporate environments with measurable outcomes. Why? Because they honor the one truth every human can agree on. How we treat others well, and when we treat others well, we create a future we actually want to live in. We often speak of national security, economic growth, international diplomacy. But what about emotional stability, family strength, personal ethics? A nation can be as resilient as the people within it. And a civilization can only rise as high as the values it teaches its children. That is why Precept 4, love and help children, and Precept 5, honor and help your parents, are not just moral ideas. They are enduring commitments to human dignity and well-being. Because strong families build strong communities, and strong communities build peaceful nations. The future will not be shaped by how many declarations we sign. It will be shaped by how many people we inspire to live by principle. When we teach trust, we reduce corruption. When we teach responsibility, we reduce chaos. When we teach truth, we restore sanity. This is the invisible infrastructure of peace. And the good news, it only costs the price of a book. It threatens no government, and it alleviates every human being, it elevates every human being it touches. You don't need to change your beliefs. You don't need to abandon your culture. You don't even need to agree with everything I've said. But if you believe that every human being deserves the tools to flourish, then I invite you to help us share the way to happiness with your community, your schools, your teams, and your nation. Because true peace does not come from force. It comes from shared understanding. We are not helpless. We are not divided beyond repair. We are simply ready for a better way forward. Let this be the year that value becomes a global export. Let this be the year that character becomes a form of leadership. Let this be the year we move beyond policy and into principle. The way to happiness is not the only solution, but it is a proven one, and it starts with us. As an example, the single most potent and actionable precept to challenge, motivate, and inspire us today, both inside these chambers and in the streets of our nation, is Precept 20 from the Way to Happiness book. Try to treat others as you want them to treat you. Why this one? It's universal, rooted in thousands of years of cultural, religious, and philosophical agreement. It demands self-reflection. We must examine how our policies and rhetoric would feel if reversed. It bypasses bureaucracy. It can be applied by the head of a state or a street vendor instantly. It humanizes diplomacy. It reframes negotiations, immigration, justice reform, even AI governance from a lens of reciprocity and dignity. It is a viral. It sticks in our country. It's tweetable. It travels across cultures without translation barriers. And it hits the streets because when law enforcement, educators, politicians, and the youth all embody its principles, conflict is diffused before it erupts. In closing, before we write a law, walk it in your own shoes. Before we deny a right, imagine it was ours being stripped. Precept 20 isn't just morality, it's mirror-based leadership. And if every leader were applying it, we would no longer need to call a call for peace, it would be calling us. As the author of The Way to Happiness, L. Ron Hubbard, wisely wrote, "It is in your power to point the way to a less dangerous life. The power lies not in institutions alone, but in the individual. Each person who applies these precepts uplifts themselves, strengthens their family, improves their community, and contributes to the peace of a nation. It begins with personal choice and becomes collective change." This is precisely where The Way to Happiness stands for, as a guide for leaders and citizens alike to foster enduring cultures of excellence through reason, restraint, and shared values. It provides a clear, non-political roadmap for instilling civility, promoting ethical behavior, and inspiring generations to build not just policy, but true civilization. With that, I would like to leave you with this 1-minute public service announcement, a powerful reminder that many of the tensions, divisions, and conflicts we face today could be eased, if not entirely resolved, by the simple application of this timeless principle. Precept 18, respect the religious beliefs of others.
Beautifully said. And, the UN is having difficulty putting the video on, so we will have a little more time. I apologize that we couldn't get that in immediately, but we'll continue. And now, the next speaker is someone who is very dear to me, also to Dr. Hong, also to President Ali, especially to his wife, Emanuela, who I want to actually acknowledge because the woman is so important. This is his wife who makes this man possible. Emanuela, point is yours. My wife's going to get a chance to speak, so you're probably wondering why I didn't acknowledge her. You were worried that I wouldn't be alive at the banquet. So, my good friend, Ambassador Hugh Sanan, I met many years ago. And I looked at him, and I told my wife, I go, who is this guy who's like a light bulb? I said, he's very interesting. I want to meet him. He's a global ambassador because President Ali is very smart. So he works for COJEP. He's a representative for Dr. Hong because he's also a genius, Dr. Hong. So he saw him also. And he's an ambassador for Drug-Free World because I figured if they liked him, I should follow too. I like to keep it simple. You know, and so, what can I tell you? I'll tell you this before he speaks. And this is really true. If you need anything done in this world, if you want someone who's going to push you, maybe sometimes you're going to get frustrated, and then you realize, oh, you know, he was right. And he's a proud representative of his home, Haiti. Let's give a big round of applause to Ambassador Hugh Sanan.
President Ben Fialkov, President Ali, Dr. Hong, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hugh Sanan. Dr. Hong, Ben already said everything about me. I am very honored, Dr. Ben, whom I met about 10 years ago, who put his trust in me and inducted me as the global ambassador for his foundation, America chapter, Foundation for a Drug-Free World. And I'm also honored to have met President Ali from Istanbul, Turkish, who met me about 8 or 9 years ago, and who put me as the coordinator of the Council for Justice, Equality, and Peace in the whole America continent, and also the Special Envoy of International Relations to United Nations for his well-known organization, COJEP International. And I'm also honored to have collaborating with FOPAL and my good friend and mentor, Dr. Hong Taizi, on international figure who have empowered hundreds of countries in the world. He has spent time and funds and knowledge to put leaders together. So I'm very honored to have met these individuals who have somehow empowered me, so in turn, I can continue to empower the whole world. I do not choose my friend for headline or because of money. I choose them because of their honesty. I just went to a eye surgery, and I was very sick. As I was coordinating this conference, and then my good friend called me. He's a surgeon for over 40 years, Dr. Ben, and he gave me some advice about what diet I should take in order for me to be strong. So in turn, I can continue to make other people strong. And when I was down, because there was some very challenging situation while I'm coordinating this conference alongside with him and President Ali and Dr. Hong Taizi, my good friend Dr. Ben gave me a call. He said, son, and you know I love you a lot and you mean so much to me in the world. I know something must have happened that caused you have some eyes problem. I'm going to do something for you. I am a Christian for my whole life. And my friend, Dr. Ali, is Muslim, and Dr. Hong probably has his own belief. And my good friend, Dr. Ben, is a psychologist. And I'm dealing with anyone, no matter your faith, no matter your political ideology. And Dr. Ben Fialkov say, Ambassador Sanen, where are you now? I said, I'm in my home. He said, is anybody there? I said, no. And he had me put my hand to my eyes. And I don't know what he said. I don't know what God he called. And then he spent some times and prayed for me. And after he prayed, he said, how do you feel? And that very same time he prayed, my faith joined with his faith. And ever since my eyes that was watering stopped. And until now, I cannot really see clearly, but I will be able to read my speech because I ensure we have about 3 hours so I can talk to the world. I can give the speakers time to speak and myself to use this time to maybe challenge my eyes to see if I can really read a speech. Please put your hand together for Dr. Hong and Dr. Bernard Fialkov, who helped me. And now let me challenge my ear to see if I can spend about 25 to 30 minutes speaking to you and to the world.
So short?
To those who hunger for justice, to those who suffer in silence, to those who feel forgotten, let the silence end now. Let the heaven hear, and let the nation rise. For now is the time to speak the truth with courage. Because we are here, not by accident. We are here because we believe in something greater. We believe in a world that can be better. We believe in the power of people come together to stand for what's right, to build when others only tear down. And yes, our world is beautiful, but our world is broken. We see it in the storm. We see it in the flood. We see it in the fires. We see it in the stolen children. We see it in the poverty and the war. We see it in the silenced voice. Friends, this is not just story from away. These are signs, and yes, signs of a deeper sickness, a crisis of conscience, a crisis of leadership, a crisis of the soul. And so that's why we gather here today, not just to speak, but to answer a deeper call. A call for democracy, a call for justice, a call for peace, a call for unity, a call for love, a call to live not just next to one another, but for one another. And make no mistake, diversity is not is our strength. Being different is not danger, but staying silent in the face of evil is. Staying silent in the face of injustice is. Therefore, today I do not speak for headline. I do not speak for comfort. I speak for the believer behind bars. I speak for the girl denied on education. I speak because they deserve to be heard. I speak because the struggle must end. I speak because they cannot speak. I speak because the pain matters. I speak because the world must remember those who has ignored. I speak because God has called us to be a voice for the voiceless. My friend, hear this in your heart. Human rights are not gifts from government. They are gifts from God. And yes, religious freedom is not a privilege. It is a principle. It is a right to be honored. Let the truth be told. While in the world, faith is under fire. Temple burned, church bombed, mosques shattered, not because of violence, but because of belief. 60 nations still silence the voice of the faith. This is not a coincidence. This is a choice. And today, we say with boldness, faith is not a threat to democracy. Faith is the very soul of democracy. So we say no more, and we declare more justice, more courage, more compassion, more action. And let us speak clearly. There is no democracy without gender equality. Only 26 nations are led by women. 113 have never had one. This is not just a gap. This is a wound that must heal. Because when women rise, nation rise. When women lead, peace take root. And until women lead, equality, freedom is not finished. We demand equal right, equal pay, equal protection, equal power, and maybe more pay for women. And now, as technology grows stronger, let us grow wiser. AI process, it can pray, it cannot think. AI can analyze, but cannot feel. Let us build a future with more than machine. Let us not build a future ruled by the code. Let us build a future led by character, not just by intelligence, but by empathy. Let us build with mercy, not just with data, but with dignity, not just with speed, but with spirit. Let us not only dream of peace, let us build it. Let us not just pray for justice, let us protect it. Let us not just talk of freedom, let us live it. This is our hour. This is our moment. We will not wait. We will not wise. We will not fear. We are the voice, we are the change, we are the light. So let us choose bridges over walls, hand over fist, hope over hate, faith over fear. Thank you very much, and may God bless the whole world. Thank you. Thank you.
Now you know why I was enthralled so many years ago. Before I play this video that they fixed for us, I want to say something. This room is an example of what supposedly is impossible. But I don't understand. You know, as a doctor, I like to do scientific studies. And I'm doing one right now. And my good friend, you know, Malik, he would agree. And Shmuel, who I can't acknowledge right now, and my good friend Francisco and Luis, who are Católicos, and my other Muslim friends, and my, not Buddhist, but Taiji men or whatever exactly, Chinese, Taiwanese friends.
Canadian.
Canadian too. Right. But he's all the world. So he deserves to be able to go anywhere he wants because he's a human being. So I wanted to point that out because Dr. Hislop wanted me to do that because she's a tough lady and she's from the islands in the Caribbean. And I want to, you're not going to speak yet, but this guy's dad couldn't come here today. And you know why? Because Dr. Ramon Talaj went to the Vatican. He was supposed to speak today, but he didn't care about his office. Actually, he has many offices. He runs Somos Dental Care and has so many. But he went to the Vatican instead. And he said his son, who will speak in a little while. It's interesting that the force of my energy has made the video go off. But I will continue and see if the magic of our energy puts it back on. And if not, it's okay too. Oh, look, it did. So I want to give you all in the audience a round of applause for yourselves. Let's give it a round of applause for all of you. This video is very interesting. Hopefully the sound will go on.
Thank you, man. Thank you, young man.
Okay, wow. I think the computer got excited. The eye came alive. So, now, I don't know, because it's hard, so many of you are here. Is Paul here somewhere? Okay. So I want, and you know, each one of us has so much to say, and we have to make sure we have a very special occasion at the end of this conference. It's a special bell ringing that's very important. So we have to allot time. What I ask our speakers is to try, even though I may have told you to go a little bit more, because there's so many and they're all important, the bell ringing, which you'll be part of, is a very important thing. We want to have time for it because it changes the world. So the next speaker is Dr. Paul Infante Manosca. who Datu de Tagle introduced me to, because he cares about the world and not his lines. And Dr. Manoska is chairman of the Manoska Family Office. He's a visionary. He's a banker, but I think he's really a priest. He's a human being and an advocate for financial models that don't serve his bank, but serve humanity. His work is unbelievable. He's going to speak at the banquet later. Paul, I asked that we cut it in half, not because you don't have, but just because of how much we have to do. But let's have a tremendous round of applause for probably hold on one second, for the most innovative, visionary banker probably in the world, who has a family legacy, his father, his grandfather, the torch of truth, Dr. Paul Infante Manoska. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Yalkov. It's a pleasure to be here, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I got to meet Dr. Yalkov with the introduction of Datu George Perez de Tagle, I accepted the invitation to communicate urgency on what is going on beyond artificial general intelligence, beyond AGI. The level of expertise is something that I think we have built the past so many years. Our family office has grown from basic ideas to how we are able to strategically consolidate assets to protect humanity and not eradicate it. We have increased certain investments, and this is what I feel I would like to communicate here, hopefully so that countries can gain not only the awareness, but be able to move and implement urgent regulations, not for generative AI. We have already moved past that. We are now in the AGI level, analytical AI, moving into the super intelligent AI. 3 steps that we took so that humanity can protect itself. The first, we've increased investments as a family office in the Formula Green Corporation, consolidating key concessions, expanding out of just precious metals to water supply and concessions, coral reefs, including avatar continuity of conscience data. In 25 years, space mining is going to be a reality. And there are asteroids out there which would crash the price of gold. It is a very serious matter for us to be able to ensure that certain key strategic assets around the world are meant to be protected and not exploited. Family Office has increased investments, therefore, to protect these concessions so that no one obtains it for personal gain. Number 2, we have invested in a fintech platform in 2003, which has grown into an alternative central bank for autonomous regions. We have gone beyond the traditional banking, where deposits, withdrawals, credit cards, revolving credit lines, car loans are now replaced by universal basic income, private sector led, tokenization, trust services, and being able to ensure succession protocols. It is the bank of the future. Today, we serve 7 autonomous regions. We manage in excess of AUMs 1 trillion euros in assets encompassing precious metals, water supply, reefs, forest cover, including avatar COC data. we have renamed the bank into the Bank of Humanity. It has close to 12 million registrants in 6 years, 500,000 recipients worldwide, and 30,000 advocates educated and immersed every year. It is a replicating model of banking. Its valuations are sky high. Whatever the Rothschilds have done in 100 years, we have done in 6 years. Lastly, we are launching a physical and Web3 Torch of Truth library. This is very important as cultures need to be protected beyond AGI. AI recognizes what humanity decides on. Sad to say, in 25 to 50 years, governments don't decide. We were given the chance to slow down AI several times. But our governments did not do that. They created special funds to invest in developing super intelligent AI, and together, here we are. Super intelligent AI corrects history. A single private bank or wealth management bank will experience thousands of ChatGPT legal claims for a mere $50. Again, we see beyond AGI. Our world is urgently in need of action to at least take the first step, which is to create serious regulations. This has been communicated by Elon Musk already. This has been communicated by several people, including Geoffrey Hinton, which was the developer of the AI. But it seems that our countries are not taking it seriously and thinking that AI is going to make everyone rich. AI is going to enslave humanity if it is not checked. Our family office can only do so much. I would like to stop there. I just want to thank everyone who has listened to this plea to create the regulations needed for AI, especially beyond AGI. Thank you.
So, I don't know how many of you know, but I actually do TV shows, like my good friend here next to me. And the TV shows put you on the spot because you're live, and sometimes the speaker faints or they don't know what to say, and you weren't even looking at it. You were looking at your next question, like, you know, by the prince probably knows. And all you have to be able to, like, without it, and with a smile, go to the next question and fill in. And so, right now, I want to share something with you because, you know, I'm a doctor, I'm a surgeon. So when I treat people, I feel the environment. Like my good friend, you know, from his prep school, he feels his kids. Sometimes he doesn't keep teaching them because he knows that it would be too much. Like the principal who's here, Hensley, you know, he knows he has to give a little break to his faculty because they'll kill him probably. They won't be there the next day. I see he's a very tough guy. And, you know, so sometimes we need lightness because the world can get a little bit heavy. Isn't that true? I know we're at a conference, but I can't resist. I'm a teacher. So I want you to do an experiment. This time when I say it, acknowledge me and see which way you feel better. You right? Here we go. Sometimes I see that when things get very heavy, that we should make it lighter. What do you think? Yeah. That was a little better, but you know, we're dealing with a world now, so we really want to change the world. And I know it's not on the program, but I'm more about saving the patient than I am about collecting my fee. There we go. Luis. So I think sometimes we need to have a little lightness to take off the burdens. What do you think? Yeah. Good. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Where was the energy level higher? Before or just now? How's that possible? Dr. Hong can tell you how it's possible.
Because now you're talking. That's why the energy is high.
Okay, I'll take the compliment and I'm going to use it then as a position of power. You're all so powerful. And when you speak and you communicate, your words mean much more than symbols. You are human beings, as it says in Webster's dictionary. That's why his father is in Italy. He didn't go for words. He went for a world, for his Dominican Republic, for all Catholics. You know, and I'm proud of him to call him my friend. So now, why did I do this introduction? Because I wanted you to know what you're going to be feeling. Because I'm going to give you someone who's another good friend of mine. His name is Bomba, which in Spanish means bomb. Jorge Camacho can tell. That's true, bomb, Jorge? It means bomb. By the way, I can't resist. I'm horrible. You see, we're getting into communication, but it's not a speech. It's two ways. And, but the principal is happy. I'm going to pass this year. I'm going to graduate on time, principal? Thank you. You see, that's how we're going to change the world. That's why Pinel dunks the ball in basketball for the Salvadorian national team. Garay, he gets too much publicity already. I'm not mentioning him. This man, Rafael Bomba Brito, la única bomba que no explota. You'll have to translate yourselves. I'm sorry, David, I apologize. He's going to speak now. He's a Dominican TV host. He's an entertainer. If you look at him, you see already, you say, what's going on? The guy's like shining. I got to find out what he's eating for breakfast. So without more, Rafael Bomba Brito, please begin.
Gracias, doctor. ¿Me escuchan ahora mejor? Ok. Un placer estar con tantas personas que tienen como propósito una misión muy especial y particular, que es la misión de crecer en todos los órdenes y sobre todo conseguir la paz y hacer que el amor reverdezca y nos llene de entendimiento y de razón. Mi mensaje, alocución y participación puede ser un tanto extraña en este día, porque cuando observo tantas personas enfocadas en un propósito común que tiene efectividad, entonces entiendo que ya todo está hecho, que hace falta poco para continuar los pasos de un camino hacia un mundo mejor. Reflexionaba con situaciones que he vivido en el pasado, no sé qué tienen que ver con lo que voy a decir hoy, pero mi vida siempre ha sido el entretenimiento. Yo decidí reír antes de llorar. Tuve un día que decidir entre ser arrogante o ser payaso, y escogí la última profesión. Porque el ser humano necesita relajarse, necesita ser él mismo, y más que eso, poder compartir esas bendiciones que se consiguen en el camino de la vida. Mi mensaje va a ser un poco extraño, pero debo decir lo que realmente siento. Yo recuerdo, cuando tenía 9 años, llegué a mi casa y encontré a mi madre llorando. Fue algo muy fuerte para mí. Le pregunto, mami, ¿por qué tú lloras? Me dice, mi hijo, porque me han sacado del trabajo. Y ahora, ¿cómo los mantengo? Es dramático ver tu madre llorando por primera vez. Yo le dije, mami, no te apures, que así mismo como tú le haces vestidito a mis hermanas, yo puedo salir a las calles a vender esos vestiditos y traerte la comida. Sus lágrimas se cambiaron por risa. Y me dice, mijo, ¿cómo es posible? ¿Cómo tú vas a vender? Tú eres un niño, tú no sabes vender. Digo, mami, sí, yo los puedo vender. Para no cansarles, estuve 4 días intentando convencerla hasta que lo logré. Me hizo 6 vestiditos para venderlo en las calles de Gualey, República Dominicana, una parte bien periférica del país. Cuando salí de la casa con los 6 vestidos, sentí temor, empecé a claudicar y me dije, pero ven acá, ¿y cuándo tú has vendido vestidos? ¿Cómo tú prometes lo que nunca has hecho? Ese día hice mi primera oración. Recuerdo que era un día en la tarde bastante clara, miré hacia el cielo y le dije, Señor, yo le dije a mami que voy a vender los vestidos y ahora siento miedo, me siento solo, dame tu fuerza. Empecé a caminar, caminé 3, 4, 5 cuadras, al llegar a la cuarta cuadra algo me dice, dobla a la derecha. Primera vez que sentí esa voz interna.
For some reason, it's not working, so I'll really quickly do this. He's relaying a story to you when he's a little boy. And his mother was a single mother. And she lost her job at the hospital. And he was a little boy of about 9. And he wanted to know, Mommy, why are you crying? And she said, because I don't know what we're going to do. I have no job. And he said, don't worry. You see this cloth you have? I want you to make some dresses. I know you know how to sew. I'm going to take the dresses out. And she says, you're 9 years old. What are you going to do with the dresses? What are you talking about? And so he said, don't worry. And he took the dresses and he went out into the community and he sold the dresses to someone. I'll let him continue. Sigue.
Claro, y ese día digo, pero bueno, yo nunca he vendido. Sentí el temor que siente todo ser humano cuando enfrenta una situación rara, extraña y difícil. Y digo esto porque es lo que el mundo está viviendo en la actualidad. Una situación rara, extraña y difícil en lo que concierne a lograr la paz, a entendernos, a encontrar el camino de grandes soluciones que el mundo necesita.
And basically he said he felt very strange and he said he had no option. So he went out to sell the dresses. And he said that what we're going through right now in the world is the same thing. We don't know what to do maybe. We're maybe a little lost. But we've got to go out and do something about humanity.
Este es un día muy especial porque celebramos el Día Internacional de Vivir en Paz. Y veo que en los discursos de los líderes nuestros, en todas partes del mundo, no hay un encuentro positivo, no hay un entendimiento. Observo mucho egoísmo en las posiciones que se presentan en los países en conflictos.
He knows that's what we're going through. He's been in a lot of different conferences. But he gets a little discouraged because he sees a lot of egoism, self-centeredness in our leaders.
Entiendo que la paz no se impone y que la razón es el elemento más fundamental para lograrlo. No sé cómo nosotros enviamos a la cárcel a un criminal que mata a una persona y salimos a la guerra y matamos 100,000 y a nadie le duele y todo el mundo se queda igual.
He doesn't understand how we send a criminal to jail for killing one person. But in our world, we have war where we send out our young boys to kill thousands with no impunity.
No entiendo por qué razón nosotros hacemos la guerra y matamos miles de personas peleando por tramos de tierra, una tierra que no le pertenece a nadie.
Fighting and killing for land, but land that doesn't belong to the people who are fighting for it.
La razón más importante hoy en día es que todos nosotros nos hagamos conscientes de que necesitamos una participación masiva en lo que respecta a procurar la paz, a alcanzar la paz.
What's very important out of this meeting is that we leave here with a realization that we need to do something active to bring peace, not to talk, but to act.
Entiendo que es un compromiso de todos nosotros y que no debemos dejarle eso a los líderes, que nuestras voces deben levantarse todos los días y reclamar al mundo, reclamar a los poderes, reclamar a los gobiernos que nosotros necesitamos paz, que es imprescindible para poder continuar viviendo en el planeta.
That we cannot just leave this to our leaders and stuff it off on them. That we have to take this on, take the burden, make it happen, demand it happen, speak to our leaders, help our governments, help things to move forward.
Al final entiendo que fortalecer no significa presionar a nadie ni encarcelar. Entiendo que la fortaleza es fuerza y debe compartirse con los más débiles y que debemos tener un sentido común en lo que respecta al compromiso de la paz. Sobre eso he querido hablar en este día, sobre lo importante que es la paz, porque mientras nosotros hacemos guerra y nos peleamos, nuestros hijos están perdiéndolo todo en las escuelas, donde les venden droga, donde les venden estupefacientes, en las redes están perdidos con pornografía, con situaciones que realmente no le convienen, y mientras nuestros hijos se pierden, nosotros estamos procurando la paz, pero ¿cómo la vamos a lograr? A través de la guerra.
Sí. Okay, now, hold on. He's going to sing for you. Here we go.
One verse.
Quisiera que cambiemos la guerra por la paz. Quisiera que cambiemos el odio por el amor. Paz para acabar la guerra. Paz para ganar amor. Paz para que nos entendamos y al final concluyamos que en todo es el amor. Gloria a Dios. Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As your co-host, I'm going to start using my stick now, because as time getting closer to the end, we will need to reduce the speech. We have a warrior prince that will be speaking. We have Councilwoman Wilkinson Denise from Roselle, New Jersey, who have to speak. And we have other outstanding VIP. We have to acknowledge Jennifer Hellman that come from Buffalo. We have Dr. Enriquez. We have Dr. Shelley. So there will be many people speaking, so we're going to have to reduce. So once you hear pop, 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 you got to stop. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Okay, good. Now, the next one is someone who's very dear to my heart. My wife, Maria Lozada Matheson de Fialco. I'm a very... Probably my greatest accomplishment in life. And from my military friends who are here, they said, she's above your pay grade, Fialco. She's co-founder of everything we do, Time for Truth, Drug-Free World. She's very humble. She was the director of restoration of the Gallery of Art of Venezuela. She's really a cultural humanitarian leader, and she just was a humble, quiet person, and I'm very lucky that I have her with me and allows me to come out with all of you. So Maria Lozada Fialco es tuyo.
Please.
Good morning. Today, I want to invite you to reflect on your own reality. Not to judge it, but to hold it close, to see it clearly, why there is still time to protect what matters. I was born in the richest country in Latin America, my home, Venezuela, a place people from all over the world came to seeking to build a better life. Large communities of Spaniards, Italians, Portuguese, Peruvians, Colombians, Ecuadorians. There was opportunity for everyone. To this day, many immigrants continue to comment that Venezuela feels more welcoming than their country of origin. And for those who truly knew her, love Venezuela forever. But current Venezuela is no longer known for its vast oil reserve, its opportunity, Guinness record, or its beauty queens. Now there is danger, and it is experiencing the large mass exodus of recent decades. Inflation, violence, and the abuse of power push the Venezuelan people to the edge. Honest citizens, professionals, and yes, even guerrilla fighters are all scattered around the world, searching for a place to begin again. How did we get there? The illusion that because we had so much, it could never run out, that our resources were endless, possibility was everywhere. As incredible as it seems, I used to fill my gas tank for the equivalent of $1. We believed nothing could go wrong, so we stopped paying attention. On election days, people went to the beach. Why bother voting when everything seems fine? That is how those who rule us today came to power. Now, as a co-founder of a Time for Truth Foundation and as an art restorer, someone trained to look at what has been damaged and still believe it can be restored, I invite you to take a closer look at your own life. Why? Because even the stronger things can collapse the moment when you stop nurturing them. Your relationship, your work, your home, your country, everything survives because of your presence, your responsibility, your commitment. When you stop creating, when you disconnect, what you love begins to die. And believe me, restoring is far harder than preserving. I expect to you as someone who loves her country for ignoring and for failing to act on what I knew. And for that loss, I ask you to look at what you have, your family, your community, your society, your country, and choose to keep building. Let's ask ourselves when something goes wrong, what did I stop doing that allowed this to happen? It is not about pointing at someone else. Point at yourself. Find the missing action and simply take it. Not everything is said, not everything is done. All of us are artists, painting and shaping the world we live in. Thank you.
Being Jewish, I'm very good with numbers. So what I'm going to do, because I feel very close to you, I have to ask you, in order to get everyone in, we have 11 more, times 3, it's 33 minutes. And we have to have something that's very important that this man is going to bring. It's crucial importance. I'm going to be a little bit stronger now, but I want to go with my Cuban friend, because es mi cubano, and all of you will get in. But I'm going to limit it. I'm going to be watching. I give you each 3 minutes. I wish I could give you more, but this next one is a very important man because he fought for our country. He's a Cuban American, Colonel Otto Padron, a decorated U.S. Army Special Operations veteran. He didn't talk. He was in war, and I know he doesn't want me to say anything more, so I'll let him begin. Let's give him a nice round of applause for somebody who protected the country.
Hoping to move forward with dialogue in this amazing room. I'm beyond honored and humbled by the minds that I see here, and I hope that my remarks, short as they may be in 3 minutes, and I had 25 minutes of them, will move forward our narrative. So, distinguished friends, colleagues, and leaders, it's a deep honor to speak in this inspiring palace of peace. This place reminds us of what's possible when nations come together through dialogue, dignity, and reconciliation. Mi nombre es Otto Padrón. I'm a proud immigrant of the beautiful island of Cuba. I'm a media executive, a family man, and a retired U.S. Army combat veteran. My journey across borders as an immigrant, military service, media, and advocacy have always been guided by a deep commitment to service. Here's my central message. And while I may not necessarily align with everything I've heard here, including a beautiful song by my friend from La República Dominicana over there, peace isn't passive. And as a combat veteran who has been deep in the trenches, and as a Roman author and a military strategist, Publius Fabius said, Si vici pacem, para bellum. If you want peace, prepare for war. And that's the general belief. We all agree. But that preparation isn't just military. I caution you, it is moral, it is civic, and it is cultural. It means building resilient communities and society through effective communication, inclusion, and courage. And sometimes social media, so put that down. Representation and inclusion. Let me make a pause and talk about how important that is. Latino and all minority communities are an essential thread in the delicate tapestry fabric of the United States, contributing in every area, be that economic, be that cultural, or even, as in my case, our national defense. And I ask you to take a knee, because we're about to enter Memorial Day weekend. And for those of you preparing your meats for your barbecue, do take a moment of silence, because the reason why you are here are because people like me were willing to lay down their lives so that you can speak freely in this beautiful palace of peace. Let me say something real quick and I'll shut my mouth, because I came all the way from Los Angeles to speak here, and I'm sorry that I've cut into your time. True justice means ensuring all people have a meaningful place at the table, a table like this with your fancy names on them. Not just a symbolic seat, but real influence. And I'll say this, and I'll close this with my call to action. We all have a shared responsibility to tell fuller, more honest stories, especially those that reflect our communities who are often overlooked. Let's use our storytelling to build bridges of empathy and respect. Gracias, mercy, 감사합니다, and thank you. Gracias.
Thank you. Now, what I want to do, because he made very poignant words, I want to introduce our next speaker, Fred Smith, who also has done the same with his life. He's the founder and CEO of Speed Scaling and the Power Agency, but he's a decorated U.S. military veteran. He was in Iraq for 43 days in the desert alone. Fred Smith, please.
As well, and also to the combat vets out here, thank you for your service as well. To dovetail off of everyone talking today for the brief amount of time that we have, today's challenges aren't just about economics, as we obviously know. This is a hidden strategic collapse, and we're not ready. So again, coming as a combat veteran Marine, war was never about armies. War is about confusion. And the word war itself comes from the Proto-Indo-European root word wares, which means to confuse, to mix up. Not to destroy, not to disorient, to entangle us until free action is impossible. So today, war is no longer fought with guns. It's fought with numbers, complexity, and engineered confusion. Systems are just so bloated that no nation today can stand alone. Dependencies are just so quietly built that freedom collapses while appearing to expand. I'm also a finance guy, so I'll go straight into the numbers if that's okay. Global debt right now exceeds $340 trillion with a T, 10 times faster than we actually produce real value. Every dollar of supposed growth is matched with $5 to $7 of leveraged, unpaid, invisible debt. It's inflation that doesn't reflect our true prosperity. It reflects engineered scarcity. So we get that through derivatives, contracts, unpayable bonds, and all of this tightens up around all 8 billion lives on this planet. So here's the wound that we refuse to name. We are raising a generation not for freedom, but for lifelong servitude. Not to create, but to obey these invisible mechanisms. So this isn't governance, it's beyond that. This is actually collapse by design. And to keep it brief and simple, here is what we have to do. We have to name this. We've got to name this. It goes from a should to a must. So speed scaling isn't a theory. It's a codified system of strategic duplication, operational sovereignty, and post-collapse reconstruction. As he mentioned, things are getting real, and the deadline is near, and the time is now. Thank you for your time and your trust. I appreciate you.
I want to say just one thing very quickly in 15 seconds. I think we really need to stand up and really acknowledge these two men who gave their lives and not just do rhetoric. Please. Okay. So now, as we continue, this is what the world leaders go through, by the way. They don't know what to do sometimes because there's so many people. We all want to speak, and then we should all speak. So let me just try the best we can, and maybe we go forward. Now, the next man is a film producer. I want to give you somebody light because he's a light, and he can adjust on the fly. Shmuel Hoffman, he's an award-winning filmmaker. He's got a tremendous cinematic company. He works on global issues. Actually, he was even looking at like how to help COJEP to film your agricultural project in Africa. Because I spoke to him the other day and I told him about what you're doing, and he's interested in helping with a documentary that would get you more ability in Africa. So Shmuel Hoffman, please take 3 minutes only.
Before we have the 3 minutes, I want to kind of first say thank you to someone in this room who usually is the one who gives all the thank yous and the honor, and that's Dr. Fialkov. So I brought you, Ben, a charity box. You know, in Jewish tradition, you know, tzedakah box. In Jewish tradition, it's very common that households have such a tzedakah box to remind us when we leave, we should do something for a stranger outside. Not just the money, but it's a reminder of that. And so I brought this for you with, you know, the beautiful city of Jerusalem thing. And thank you. Okay. So today I'm not just standing here as a Jew, I'm standing as a human being, a father, a son, and a storyteller. The very first chapter of the Torah teaches that God created humans in His image, B'Tselem Elokim. This isn't just a Jewish teaching. It's a radical and beautiful truth. Every person in this room and in the world is a reflection of that divine. And if I truly believe you are made in the image of God, I cannot exploit you. I cannot ignore your suffering. In God's image is not theology, it's a moral revolution. It tells us that dignity is not earned. It's inherent, no matter one's faith, skin color, language, or passport. And our task in a world cracking from fear and division is not merely to tolerate one another, but to see the divine in one another. The Torah doesn't call us sameness, it calls us to sacred difference, to recognize the face of God in you that looks different from mine. Now let's zoom quickly out because we are short of time. We face enormous global challenges, social unrest, climate disruption, division, and despair. There's a phrase in Judaism that speaks directly to this moment, and that's tikkun olam, to repair, to fix the world. God could have done this, to prepare and make a world that's perfect, but he didn't. He left it unfinished on purpose. But why? So that we could partner with him in fixing it together. Together. Not just spiritually, practically, systematically, interpersonally. And this mission is not uniquely Jewish. Every faith tradition represented here carries its own version of this calling to heal, to build, to live. So what does this look like in practice? It starts with one figure that we all cherish and know. Abraham, the father of monotheism. He didn't build towers. He opened tents on all four sides. Our texts say his tent had open sides everywhere. People would come, travelers from every single direction. And when Abraham saw strangers in the desert, he ran towards them. He fed them. He washed their feet. But this is important. Before he even knew who they were. Why? Because he saw no strangers. Only fellow human beings, only reflections of God. That wasn't just a story, it's a blueprint. And in our generation, that tent has a new form, media. Media, like Abraham's tent, can welcome or reject. It can divide or it can unite. It can distort or it can amplify truth. Years ago, I filmed a documentary in New Delhi about Aspia, a 12-year-old girl who picked trash on Asia's largest trash mountain to support her family. The film went on to win awards to reach people. Viewers donated money. Then we wanted those donations to help her father to be able to buy a rickshaw, a carriage that would help him to make more money so that Aspia could go to school to become a teacher, fulfilling her dream of building a school right there on the mountain. That trash mountain, in order to educate the other hundreds of children and give them a better life. That's what happens when the camera becomes a bridge, when stories are there to repair. That's how the circle closes. But to truly close that circle for us here today, and these are my last words and paragraph, we have one more job to do. We need to confront the extreme voices, the radicals that sow division, incite violence, and pull us back into cycles of mayhem. We can try to silence them, or we can do something more powerful. Amplify a better story, one that makes their hatred irrelevant. I'm almost done. We do that by growing the circle of people who are fed up with fear, and we make it work with people who are ready to act on hope. So let's be honest. It would be a failure if this conference ended like so many others. Beautiful speeches, warm applause, and then silence. I'm not here for ceremony. I'm here for commitment. You all mentioned that in all your speeches in one version or another. And that's what we're doing right now, the call to action. Bear with me. I want us together to produce a film as a first step coming out of this conference, to make a sign, to show our commonality in acts of loving kindness despite our different backgrounds. Therefore, I'm asking you, when you return home, take one small step. Take out your phone, I'm almost done, 10 seconds, and film a 10 to 30-second video clip of someone, your child, a grandson, a student, someone in your community performing a simple act of kindness, like helping a neighbor cross the street, holding a door open, or hugging a sibling. Any small act that restores our shared humanity will compile these videos into one single global film, a visual anthem capturing the spirit of this gathering and the collective message of our mission. A message that says, this is what peace looks like, this is what unity sounds like, this is what the future can be. Because if we can shine a light on those small acts of kindness, we can elevate the next generation doing good. Then together we grow out the darkness with light. And here are my last words. Let that be the legacy of this gathering. Not just words, but actions. Not just hope, but proof. And I hope this film will be the first step of many. So let's get to work. And I have, one second. I brought, because I meant it, I brought the manual with me. Please spread it. So send those clips and load them up here onto this thing, and then we're making together a film from all pockets of life and corners of the world. 10 till 30 seconds, I beg you, and this will be the first cornerstone to
Absolutely.
change the world.
Absolutely. So just to continue, because we need to continue now. We have someone who's got great energy, who is a wonderful human being, and he flew all the way from Honduras, Roatan Island, founder of JCCG Climate Change Group, Dr. Mario Pinel.
Gracias, Ben. No sé si me ayudas a traducir los 2 minutos.
Sure, go ahead.
O
He
los
wants
3.
to translate. Yeah, go ahead.
Es un honor para mí estar aquí con ustedes, grandes líderes. He escuchado hablar de paz, de amor, de trabajar en grupo, trabajar en equipo. Y me gustaría agregar un tema más, que es cuidar nuestro planeta, nuestra casa común.
We have to protect our planet, the climate change. Go ahead.
Hace 10 años tuve la oportunidad, no sabía mucho de cambio climático, soy dentista, soy empresario del turismo. Go ahead.
I'm a dentist. 10 years ago, I found out what was going on. I do tourism. I didn't know anything about climate change.
Pero me di cuenta que cambio climático no solo es fenómenos naturales o el cambio del clima o terremotos o las cosas que podemos ver de esa manera.
The climate change is not earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. It's much more.
Y nos afecta a todos realmente. Esto es economía, esto es turismo, esto es nuestra salud, esto es lo que nosotros podemos liderar o enfocar o motivar para que realmente hagamos esto en cada una de nuestras instancias.
And, you know, we need to do much more because it's affecting every aspect of our lives, our economies, our families, the places that we live in.
Honduras es uno de los países más vulnerables del mundo ante el cambio climático, pero ya no solamente es Honduras, es cualquiera de nuestros países.
Honduras is one of the main countries affected by climate change, but it's not the only one. There are many others.
El 70% de nuestra población es menor de 30 años, es un país joven.
60% of the Honduran population is under 30 years of age. It's a young country.
Decidí dejar un momento mis actividades y recorrer nuestro país y buscar a los jóvenes que entendieran esto.
So he stopped being a dentist and he went across the country, recruiting youngsters all over the country on climate change.
Hoy tenemos 4,000 voluntarios profesionales activos haciendo conciencia en todo nuestro país.
Now he has 4,000 volunteers actively working every day on this project.
Pero de nada sirve si solamente los jóvenes hablan, si no se toman decisiones.
But what good is it if they're just going to be there doing what they're doing alone?
Y comparto esto porque diseñamos una estrategia que creo ha funcionado y fuimos a buscar a la empresa privada, a los gremios, a las diferentes autoridades, a las iglesias.
So he went around looking at the other groups and the churches and the organizations and the government.
Hoy por hoy hay 195 alcaldías o municipalidades, como ustedes le llamen, de las 298 que se han involucrado en este tema y ya están tomando decisiones.
2/3 of the Honduran municipalities are in with this project.
Y lo más importante al final es que nuestras ciudades sean sostenibles.
And the important thing is that our societies, our communities, are sustainable per the UN community SDGs.
Y básicamente eso es lo que quiero compartir con ustedes. Hay resultados, hay maneras de que nosotros podamos involucrarnos, que cuidemos nuestra casa común. No hay planeta B, solamente tenemos una casa y es nuestra tierra.
That's what he says. We have to protect our country. This is our place. Okay. Very good. So let's move on. Now, we have someone else. Not only traveled from Honduras, but he traveled from Costa Rica, where he's president of all the Latin American dentists. Not a country, not a society, not a city, of all Latin American dentists. God knows who he'll be one day. Dr. Marco Garay.
Gracias, amigo Ben Fialkov. Vamos a hablar un poquito sobre 2 minutos. Tengo que resumir todo esto. Ok. Es un honor dirigirme a ustedes para abordar un tema fundamental
It's an honor for him to speak to you
para el presente y el futuro de nuestras sociedades.
for the future of our families and society.
Nosotros como cirujanos dentistas queremos ser agentes de cambios en cada una de nuestras comunidades.
We as dental surgeons are not just staying in our office, we want to help the communities.
Vivimos un momento histórico marcado por desafíos ambientales, sociales, sin
And we live in a
precedentes,
time of challenge, environmental, social, and other.
donde la biodiversidad, la desigualdad y la creciente presión sobre los recursos naturales nos exigen respuestas urgentes, colectivas y sostenidas.
Where the biodiversity, the changes, the different climate cultures, we need to unite to address the issues urgently.
La colaboración, la integridad y asimismo la producción responsable contribuye y es fundamental para el desarrollo de nuestras sociedades.
The collaboration, the production is essential and primary for this to occur.
La transformación ya está en marcha en diversas regiones del mundo.
This is already ongoing in many areas of the world.
Y a través de estos movimientos queremos
Through
impulsar
these movements, we can impulse
iniciativas que promuevan, número uno, la prevención contra el uso de las drogas,
initiatives, number one, to prevent drug abuse,
proteger nuestros recursos naturales
protect our natural resources and climate change,
para tener un mundo mejor para nuestros hijos.
to keep our world for our kids the way we were lucky enough to receive it.
Y hoy hago un llamado a todos los presentes.
And he makes a call to all of us.
Comprometámonos a colaborar con integridad y actuar con responsabilidad
To promise that we're going to act with responsibility and act with integrity
para construir un mundo mejor.
to make a better world.
Como dijo Lord Baden-Powell, el fundador de los Boy Scouts,
Okay, like, I'm sorry, Lord Valenpolen, I think? Okay.
el fundador de los Boy Scouts.
Oh, the founder of the Boy Scouts. There you go.
Dejad este mundo en mejores condiciones como lo encontraste.
Leave this world in better condition than you received it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll go on in this marathon here. You know, Otto would love this, you know. He runs marathons. Now, the next one, I'm very honored to have with me. He's a good friend of Houston on. His Highness Excellently, Dr. Prince Mario Max Schaumburg Lippe of the Royal Danish National Line, a global peace ambassador, award-winning TV and event host, and I've been watching him smile constantly. I just love his smile. Let's give him a round of applause.
So this works. Hello, everyone, and I'm so happy to be here with you, first of all, because we're here and sharing one mission. And I'm Prince Mario Max Schaumburg-Lippe. My family founded Hamburg, Lübeck, and Kiel in Germany. My grandmother is Princess Feodora of Denmark, from Europe's oldest monarchy, going back to the Viking kings in 936. And the relatives rule in this year 11 countries in Europe. And I'm so happy that I'm here with you to share two important messages. My beloved parents, Princess Antonia and Prince Waldemar zu Schaumburg-Lippe, gave me on my way. And I know we all love our parents and we treasure them, because that's a thing what we do in the international circles. And they taught me two things. Life is about integrity, and life is about discipline. And integrity means that we, being here in New York, at the United Nations headquarters, making history. This is a very important day. It's a day in the history of the United Nations when we stepped feet in here, when we came here together in this room, and our parents and our families want us to do one thing here, to show integrity of caring for others. And we are so blessed to be here in this wonderful country, in the United States, to be here in this magical city, New York City, and to work on a topic for others, to help others. And we are in this privileged position to have good lives, all of us. The more have more, the others have less, but we all have a good life. Do we agree on that? Yeah. We have a great life. And we are very grateful for our life, are we? Very grateful. And what do we want? That other people have a good life, that other people have safety, that other people have a good environment, that other people can grow up in peace and love and prosperity, and that the next generations are gonna have a beautiful world and that they have it easy. And so what we have to do is we have to have discipline to work on that. And every one of you is very special. We're not sitting in our royal compounds, in our private compounds, in our diplomatic homes. We came here to spread the word, to make the world a better place. And the very important thing for me is when I was hosting New York Fashion Week, and that's when I met Ambassador Dr. Yu Sennen. And my mother first met him because she said, this man and his wife, Ambassador Manuel Sennen, have such a bright, wonderful aura. They attracted me. I wanted to know more about them. And then we learned how special and how precious they are. And they are endlessly, 24/7, 7 days a week, working to make the world a better place. And that's how we became such dear friends. And we all together, with this mission, can do the little things and the big things. The lucky thing is we reach a lot of people, so we can do the big things. And the magical thing is also we can do little things. And for me, it started when I was a little boy. There was a war in Yugoslavia in Europe. And I thought, what can I do? So I went to my classmates and I said, let's collect toys. And we brought together stuffed animals so that the poor kids have something. And we put together 3 huge truckloads, drove them all the way to Yugoslavia to give a little joy and a little brightness to the children. So the little things we do are the big things we do. They're all going to transform and make the world a better place. I believe in peace. I believe in justice. I'm a lawyer. In Vienna, where I studied, the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations was written, so we all communicate in a nice and adequate manner. And I believe in manners. So countries need to be respectful to each other's, religions need to be respectful to each other's, and the world is it's a beautiful place. And let's all live in this big and beautiful place together, respect each other's cultures, heritage, backgrounds, and we're gonna have the most beautiful future. And that is my message I want to share with you. And I thank you to share this room with me because there is so much great energy and I'm very sensible to energy. And the energy I sense in here is a beautiful energy, and every one of you I see here has a great face, has an open face, has an open smile. And this conference is going to make history, and we are going to change the world in a good way. And one more thing I have to add, because of course I was invited here, I'm very honored, and within the royal house, within the princely family, we know when we are invited, we also bring gifts. Yes. And these gifts are not gifts that are given just as gifts, just as a giveaway. They're very special to me because I brought awards from the princely family, and these honor our beautiful, special hosts for their exceptional contributions in diplomacy and their outstanding contributions to global peace, to global togetherness in peace. And therefore, I'm going to join my awardees, Ambassador Yu Sennen, Ambassador Emanuela Sennen, President Ali Gedikoglu, then of course Dr. Bernhard Fialkov and Dr. Hong Tao Tse to receive the royal decorations, and I'll come here for a brief moment. Thank you. President Ali, Ambassador, and Ambassador. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Okay, now, there's a man who is ceaseless in his actions, constantly working for the city of New York, and he needs to be able to speak because he has a heart of gold. He represents a friend of his, Luis, another friend of his, Jose, and many others. And his name is Francisco Marte, and my Francisco, te tengo que limitar a 2 minutos porque si no me van a atar aquí. Francisco Marte, round of applause.
Well, thank you very much. I just gonna summarize what my speech. It's a privilege to be here in this emblematic space in the United Nations, where is finally the bodegueros we got here. With bodegueros, we represented thousands of small business, store, bodega, supermarket. We serve the community. We have a commitment with our community and with the farmers around the globe, that we are here promoting the products. If their leaders do the jobs and they bring the products in our bodegas, our supermarkets, we will be helping them and they can be helped on those small farmers across the globe. And that's what we do. Not only the bodegas here in New York and United States, everywhere in the globe, we are the one who provides the food to our community, to our peoples. And during the pandemic, we show once again how important are the bodegas and the supermarkets. While all of the city they closed down, we were there serving our community, serving our people without having any protection, risking our life to help the community, to tell the community about something that was happening that nobody knew what was happening, and everybody was scared. And we were there helping the community, helping our people. So don't forget to support the bodegas and the small business everywhere, especially in New York. But we got the commitment to support the communities and the producers everywhere. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias. Let's give him a round of applause. Facundo, párate. A round of applause for Facundo. Okay, now, don't worry, we're going to get the bell in. Everybody has to chill their rotors. The chief of the Salvadoran Air Force, Hugo Angulo, and General Nahara, the chief of the Guatemalan Air Force, he would say, cool your rotors. I feel you. Cool your rotors. This is not the LIE, cool your rotors. We're going to finish. We're going to do something new. We're going to actually do something new. We're going to get the bell in, which is very important. Even Dr. Hong's going to cool his rotors. Now, very quick, because we got to get everybody in or you'll kill me. So you didn't get me in. Where's Malik? Did he go? Is he here? He left. Fine. No problem. All right. I was going to let him speak. Ramon, you have 1 minute. This is Dr. Talaj's son. Dr. Talaj is huge. So he's in the Vatican. Ramon, you have 1 minute. Start.
Mentioned my father, very close to Pope Francis. Sadly, we lost Pope Francis weeks ago. Now in the Vatican with the new Pope, our beloved Pope Leo XIV. But what we have here, the vision that he had, was equality from the system that you know as hospitals to the private clinics. And all the budget, all the research was for the big building. And everything started, and I quote him, with somebody called a magician, then a wizard. And when they study anatomy, it was called a physician. And then somehow it translates into the real world that we have today, that all the budget go to the big building. And as you can see worldwide and spread all over, the doctors, the physicians, the leaders in the community don't receive any of the research that you have to improve the life and the health of others. Going to what we discussed here, which is AI, quantum physics, and all those matters that are the modern day, our reality, one thing haven't been said, and it's how we're going to use it. What's the use we're going to put behind the AI, the quantums, because how we use it will define. And I got a quote from the Pope to finalize my 2 minutes. Somebody asked him, 2014, a year into his papacy, and he said, do you think the internet is as bad as they say? And he said, no. You can find 2 billion books for free, or you can find how to make a bomb. it's always going to be up to you what you're going to do with your knowledge. So in Latin we say, quo modo ut timorum. How we use it, it won't matter. God bless you all. Thank you. Ramon Talas Jr.
Muy buen hecho. Round of applause for this competency. Come on. That's called humanity. Thank you. Okay, now, God bless him, that's right. And his father being in the Vatican. Now, Ramon, we miss you. Do well in the Vatican, bring peace to the world.
Thank you, thank you.
You're on live TV, even if you couldn't be here physically. I brought you here, so did Annette Gomez. Here we go. Now, we have a very special moment of some voices singing. Now, the problem is we have very little time, but I want to acknowledge, because we're also important. One is the Haitian Flag Day. That's right. It's Haitian Flag Day. Also very soon is Turkish Day for my friends next to me. Turkish Day, Haitian Flag Day. Haitian mission has been very, very supporting, helped get a lot of you in. The Turkish mission obviously has been very supportive. Thank you for them. And we want to end here. We have exactly, lost my clock. Here we go. We have 3 minutes. She's going to sing a beautiful song. This man who knows Rosso Serrano, General Rosso Serrano, who captured Pablo Escobar, took down the Cali cartel. Let's give Rosso Serrano and his representative, Jorge Luis Camacho, a round of applause. Okay, now, te voy a dar 30 segundos. This guy can say in 30 seconds,
Okay.
unbelievable. Go ahead, 30 segundos.
Un honor y una gran emoción de tenerlos a todos ustedes con nosotros y con la solidaridad con Colombia. Estoy muy feliz de verlos, me siento amigo de todos, me siento muy orgulloso de ver que este planeta está trabajando por el futuro de toda la juventud y de todo lo que viene detrás. La Policía Nacional y la Fundación Corazón Verde, creada por un grupo de empresarios y de el general Rosso José Serrano, quien capturó mucha gente, que con sus valores y ejemplo de ética, de ayuda a los demás y con su solidaridad y ejemplo, ha logrado conquistar muchas cosas importantes y buenas para la humanidad entera. Un buen ejemplo para que todos podamos trabajar con la policía y de cada país y con toda la humanidad para poder echar adelante y suspender el tema de las drogas. Muchas gracias.
Now I have something very special before we do the bell ringing. And this is Mariana Camacho, his daughter. She's going to entertain you. And Nicola, if you want to sing along with her, wherever you are, Nicola, run over there. And impromptu, you can do it. Just run over there. I gave you the opportunity. I would sing with her. Go ahead.
True lies resack like rays. Everyone's a screaming, no one hurts. Life is very deep, but hey,
Now, don't disconnect, don't disconnect. Don't disconnect, someone needs that microphone. Yeah, please. Now, this woman I met at Mayor Attic Aram's and, Pastor Gil Monroe's, wonderful New York City leaders. I want to acknowledge them in front of the UN. And at their religious prayer, this woman was singing. She happens to be an unbelievable educator. She's going to speak today, but in the honor of humanity, she's not going to speak because she knows Dr. Hong's bell is very important. But I want you to hear her voice because she's going to blow you away like Mariana did. And this is Dr. Sherry Joseph Hislop. Give her a round of applause. Here we go. Turn up the music?
Turn up the music.
And he sing.
You may be sitting, please. You may be sitting.
So, what we talked about in this conference is the golden rule of every religion, of every nation, of every creed, of every race. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. From Matthew 7:12, from the Mahabharata of India, from the Persian Zoroastrianism, from the Hebrew Leviticus, the music is beautiful, from the Precept 20, leave it on, from the Precept 20, from the Common Sense, Way to Happiness. All of these things call on us to give kindness, integrity, loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Peace begins with how we treat each other. We can distrust strategies, but we don't need to. Look at what's happened in this room in this short time. We need to get others to respect the religious beliefs of others, the beliefs of others, the nations of others, the right of every nation to have the sovereignty of their country, not to have someone come into their country. No nation, no people, no race, nowhere wants that. We all die. Let's not cry at the cemetery. Let's do something while we're alive. What do you think of that? Yeah. Today, May 16, 2025, is not the end of a conference. Dr. Hong's bell ringing is going to begin the beginning of consciousness. COJEP will bring the beginning of justice. I ask for you to stay seated. Dr. Hong does a beautiful ceremony, and we're going to honor 3 very important guests. Stay seated, stay quiet. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Dr. Hong, it's yours.
As Dr. Hong is going to the stage to prepare the bell, I would like to remind you that we have 4 more hours at our gala ceremony. We're going to do the bell for about 15 minutes, and we have Councilwoman Denise from Roselle. We're going to make a presentation. Please listen closer to me because I can stop. I can stop the conference, any performance at any time as the main moderator. So I'm giving instruction, and if my instructions are not respected, things are not going to move on. So Dr. Hong, the bell is one of the most important things in the world. So we need this bell to be done accordingly. We're going to conclude with the bell. However, before we end with the bell, we're going to acknowledge the 222nd anniversary of Haiti Flag Day. Please put your hands together for Haiti. We have a diplomat from Haiti, Mr. Faustino. Please stand up. Give him a hand, please. We have a diplomat. We have diplomat, Mr. Dr. Enrique Louis Shirley from Société in Action. Please stand. We have Bishop Moise. Please give us Bishop Moise. Please stand up. Please give him a hand. Now, also we have COJEP after the bell, who's going to give an award to Dr. Ben Fialkov. Now, before we proceed with the bell, let us welcome the only elected official in this room, Councilwoman at Large, Dr. Denise Wilkinson. Thank you. Just for 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please.
Turn a day of peace into a life of peace around the world. And so I just want to quickly tell you what I think are some of the challenges to us getting to that place. Thank you so much, Prince. You are indeed a prince. Some of the things that are in the way and what we experience here in the U.S. is access to decent housing, a livable wage where you can take care of your family respectably, women's rights. We have had our rights turned back into the 19th century, and technology barriers. We talked about AI today, right? And how there are so many in urban communities who don't understand AI, who don't have access to the technology, and they will be left behind. Religious discord. People want us to hate each other. We so focused on the fact that, you know, we pray in different houses that we forget to honor the fact that we each pray every day, and we are indeed the same. We also forget oftentimes that access to the ability to live one's best life. You can't think about peace if you don't have your basic necessities met. But I am not here to leave a message of hopelessness. I am here to leave a message of hope, and that we all have the power to change the world around us. That is how peace will be spread globally. I'm going to leave you with a quick story, okay? My grandmother was the pastor of a small African-American church in Jersey City, New Jersey. She had 80 families. She fed those families. She often gave them financial assistance. She led them to Christ that gave them hope. And she birthed a child named Beulah Wilkerson, which was my mother. And she ended up being an investor in real estate property. She provided low-income housing for hundreds and hundreds of families. She started many businesses. She supported many businesses like the Bodega Group. And I want you to know that she birthed a daughter, Denise Wilkerson, who is responsible for an entire town, making sure that 22,000 people have access to living their best life. It is possible if we all believe. It is possible if we all begin to grow children who understand their responsibility in this world. Today is International Day of Living in Peace. And I need to know that you all understand why I came here and you got the message. You understand the assignment. And I want you to repeat after me. We all You're not excited. I don't know what's happening here. We all are excited and understand that we have the power to change the world by changing the world around us. And guess what? Every day will be International Peace Day.
Now,
Go ahead, Sanan. You
now
go
I
ahead.
invite our main president, Dr. Ben Fialkov, to join President Ali and Dr. Hong Taizi in presenting one of the most powerful ceremony in the world, the ringing of the bell of peace and love. This honor is only bestowed to international faces. A few leaders today are going to have the honor to ring the bell. And remember, we're going to continue our ceremony for 4 more hours at our gala ceremony. There will be much more speech, much more honor, much more presentation. Please put your hands together for the ceremony of the Bell of Peace.
Are we ready to give the peace to the UN? Yes. Louder, are we ready to give the peace to ourselves? Yes. Okay, so we're ready to take actions now. We are the Federation of World Peace and Love. And to date, we have 632 prominent figures from 158 countries have rung the bell and make their wishes for love and peace. And we are glad today to present the ceremony here at the UN. So now, with love and sincere hearts, we will conduct the ceremony of ringing the bell of world peace and love. Commence the ceremony! Now let's invite up to the stage Dr. Hong Daozi, the President of the Federation of World Peace and Love. Please reveal the meaning of ringing the bell.
末日谨信民，世人誓愿行，为爱披荆棘，乘风破浪去，团结心无惧，共力齐和平。
Doomsday warning sounds. Let conscience guide hope and swift action. For love love, we brave thorns and storms, riding the wind, breaking the waves. United in heart, we stand without fear. Together, we work and pray for peace. Thank you, Dr. Hong. Ringing off the bell. I would like to invite Mr. Ludwig Elpers, the president of the Way to Happiness Foundation International, to join Dr. Hong at the center of the stage. Let's welcome. Please announce your wish of peace to the world.
That all mankind try to treat others as you would want them to treat you. That is my wish for me.
Thank you. Ringing off the bell. Please raise the mallet high to declare your wish for peace to the world. We will ring the bell 3 times. First ring for conscience awakened. Second ring for love and peace. Third ring for the world as one. Congratulations! Dr. Hong will now be presenting you with a certificate of honor to congratulate you for being the 633 bell ringer in the world. It's great to hear your wish, and we can work together to make it come true. The positive energy that came together today was great. Next, Dr. Hong will be presenting the artworks of the treasure collection from Hong Daozi Foundation. This Lifu art is called a radiant pageant. This is the only art in the world. It represents hundreds of birds flock home, each flaunting their brilliance in the context of charm. Once again, congratulations, the 633 bell ringer in the world. Next, Dr. Hong will be presenting the Li Fu Tai. This Li Fu Tai means benefiting all and blessing the world. We wish you a heart full of love, a life filled with peace, and the strength to bring hope and blessings. Congratulations! Please return to your seats. Thank you. Please return to your seats. Now, we would like to invite Dr. Janet Gomez, DDS, the delegate of New York State Dental Association. Welcome up to the stage. Dr. Hong will now be presenting the conscience scarf. The scarf will serve as a reminder of our friendship the positive energy that came together and will give it to you. Please announce your wish of peace to the world. Thank you. Ringing of the bell. Please raise the mallet high to declare your wish of peace to the world. First ring for conscience awakened. Second ring for love and peace. Third ring for the world as one. Congratulations! Dr. Hong will now be presenting you with the Certificate of Honor. Congratulate you for being the 634 bell ringer in the world. May we benefit all living beings and allow everyone to travel to a bright path. Next, Dr. Hong will be presenting the artworks of the treasure collection from Hong Daozi Foundation. For this one, this is called Moon Within the Clouds. It depicts a person's feelings. I gaze upon the moon within the clouds, a silent night. As breeze stir the leaves, with distant thoughts, I speak no word. My longing travels far to share your gentle light. Once again, congratulations! Next, Dr. Ho will be presenting the Li Fu silk scarf. As you can see, it is called Far From the Claimer. It captures light to portray the white lotus, blending flower and leaf, simplifying the intricate. With this dry brush, sketching pound water and stems, in tranquility and serenity, the heart refines itself. Once again, congratulations for the 634th bell ringer in the world. Thank you. Please return to your seats. Next, we would like to invite Dr. Paul Infante Monaco, the CEO of the Bank of Humanity, to join Dr. Hong at the center of the stage. That's welcome. Please announce your wish of peace to the world. Please announce your wish of peace to the world. Thank you. Ringing of the bell. Please raise a mallet high to declare your wish of peace to the world. First ring. Second ring for love and peace. Third ring for the world as one. Congratulations! Dr. Hong will now be presenting you with a certificate of honor to congratulate you for being the 635th bell ringer in the world. We're really glad to hear your wish, and may the world be blessed with peace, sustainability, and prosperity. Next, this painting is called Dragon and Crane Soar Together. It means the crane soars 10,000 miles. Its wings aglow within the light of hope. The dragon glides close by its side. spreading auspicious blessing far and wide. This painting is called Dragon and Crane Soared Together. Once again, congratulations! Next, Dr. Hong will be presenting the Li Fu Tai. We'd like to present this Li Fu Tai to wish you every success in your career, your life, and the work to realize a brighter future for your own family, community, and your country and the world. Thank you, and congratulations. Please remain on the stage. As we invite the previous bell ringers back to the stage, Dr. Hong will present another special gift to our distinguished guests. Now, Dr. Hong would like to present all the gifts to our previous bell ringers back to the stage. This is the key to the heart. And the key to a sustainable world lies in love and peace in people's hearts. Now, Dr. Ho will be presenting the key to the heart. The key symbolizes a wish for peace and is a driving force to turn the key, presenting everyone's determination, wisdom, and influence to the world. The dove, a messenger of peace, spreads its wings and flies up from the sky, bounding where for all mankind's future. And we would like to present these key to the heart to all our distinguished guests. Thank you all for your efforts in promoting love and peace, and thank you all for making the world a better place. We believe that as we celebrate the International Day of Living in Peace today, we can make a world a peaceful world. And now we would like to welcome to the stage everyone and take a group photo with our distinguished guests. On the count of 3, let's say love and peace together. 1, 2, 3. Love and peace! Thank you all. We will pack all the gifts and our volunteers will bring them back to you after the ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Hong. Thank you, your distinguished guests.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May I have your attention, please?
Excuse me. Thank you all. We will
Thank you. We're not done yet. Please, may I have your attention? We're not done yet. Green. So I have to announce it. Yeah. Hello, may I have your attention, please? May I have your... Is it on? Am I on? Parce que micro ça on. Micro ça, mettez off micro. May I have your attention, please? Hello? May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? We have to end the conference accordingly. As the man who leading the show, I have to be the one to end the show. The show is not end. We have 4 more hours to follow before we take the last good picture with Dr. Hong and the bell. we have President Ali, who has a special presentation. Hello, hello. Please, may I have your attention? President Dr. Hong will make special gift to some very important people hosting this event. President Ali, who flew from Istanbul, who's leading the conference, the Council for Justice, Equality, and Peace, has special presentation to do. Before I do so, I have Miss Shirley from the Action, Society in Action. She has 30 seconds, don't open the computer, 30 seconds to make the announcement because she's hosting a big event in which Dr. Hong is going to do the bell. Shirley, you have 30 seconds to make your announcement. If you open the computer, it might be too long, so get your 30 seconds, please, to make the announcement before we proceed. Quick, please. Yeah. Press. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished speakers, honored delegate, and esteemed representative, it is with immense pride, deep gratitude, and a heart full of purpose I stand before you today. As your speaker, as a change maker, and as someone deeply committed to the future of our community, I am Shirley DeBoss Brown, your Global Peace Ambassador, President of Society in Action, and CEO of Renew Health and Wealth. Today, I rise not only as a leader, but as a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the underserved, and a woman on a mission to create meaningful, lasting change. I want to begin by honoring those who present in partnership, who are present in partnership, have been an essential part of this journey. To my dear friend and dedicated peacekeeper, Global Peace Ambassador, Dr. Hugues Sano, and his beautiful wife, my sister, Emanuela Sano, your unwavering support and commitment to a global unity uplift and inspire me deeply. To my daughter, Jaleesa McKenzie, your strength, grace, and brilliance give me the courage to keep moving forward. You are my greatest joy and the living proof of why this work matters. To Ms. Evelyn Nicholas, our dedicated Secretary of Society in Action, thank you for your tireless contribution and your heart of service. To Dr. Enrique Esri, Vice President of Society in Action, thank you for your vision and leadership. And to our honorary president, Global Peace Ambassador, Hans-Gary Darling, your steadfast belief and mission continue to highlight the path forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, we are about to conclude the ceremony, and then after the bell is concluded, President Dr. Hong going to present special gift to the organizer of the event, and President Ali will make special presentation to some very important people. Then we will take a group picture. Please put your hand together for my dearest wife, Emanuela Sanen, before we end the ceremony.
So now, we would like to invite everyone to have your seats. We want to conclude the ceremony. Thank you, everyone. Please have your seats. Okay, so now we would like to invite everyone to have a seat, and we will conclude the ceremony. Conclude the ceremony! Let us work together to continue the journey together. And we would like to take a group photo together, all right?
We going to, yes, we are going to take the group photo, and then we have an award from, yeah.
She's the co-founder. And, you know, it's very important and appropriate because our world doesn't happen because of one individual. It happens with many, all of you. Today has been very special, but we have to recognize the people who make things possible. This man is an unbelievably spiritual man. And he uses his wealth of knowledge, his wealth of spirit, and all his wealth, even his money. And he supports the world. So, Dr. Hong, if you can stand in the center, I want you to stand. You're very lucky. I'm standing next to my wife. I'm a very jealous Latin guy. But I love you and I trust you. So this is Global Leadership for Peace and Sustainability, presented to Dr. Hong Tao-zi. In recognition of your leadership in promoting peace, intercultural dialogue, and sustainable development, your dedication to unity, humanitarian cooperation, and coexistence reflects a strong commitment to a more just and inclusive world. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? Where's David? Okay, Colette, come on up here.
David and Celil. Celil, yes. Emanuela, go ahead.
Heart of gold.
My wife will
So,
join
you know,
because-
I always believe in, you know, okay, we'll stand behind you. Emanuela. Right behind you. Hold on, un momento. Over here. Okay, now here we go. This man, and yes, of course you can. This man is a powerful man. But he uses his force not to hurt people. He has kind heart. He has a tremendous heart. And because of his heart, none of you will ever know, but many things happen. Some things remain unknown. But what I can tell you is his friend. He's a tremendous person. His group, COJEP, is a tremendous group. I'm so happy United Nations have him in the UN, and he needs to be supported, and we give him this recognition. To President Ali Gedikoglu of COJEP, in recognition of your leadership in the promotion of peace, intercultural dialogue, and sustainable development. Your dedication to unity, humanitarian cooperation, and coexistence reflects your commitment to the world. We have one more. Ambassador Sanin, please. Okay, let's see how we do this. David, you go over there next to me.
Put your wife next to you.
Yes, absolutely.
As always. As always, mother.
This guy's a good friend.
As always. Put me next to your wife.
And I want to invite someone who came in, because this is not a conference of talking. This is what concert is doing. There's someone who came in unannounced who represents Haiti. And we have many people here from the Dominican Republic too. So this is a big point. Because if we have Haiti and the Dominican Republic together, then maybe there's no problem already. So I want to invite the Commerce Minister of Haiti, please.